We've all been there, staring at the phone, willing it to ring, replaying old conversations in our heads, searching for what went wrong. Breakups are tough. The pain is real, raw, and can feel all-consuming. It's like the ground beneath us has shattered, leaving us adrift in a sea of uncertainty and grief. We bargain, we plead, we desperately try to piece back together something that's irrevocably broken. The loss of a relationship, especially one we invested deeply in, can shake us to our core. This is where the ancient wisdom of Stoicism offers a lifeline, a beacon of hope in the midst of emotional chaos. Stoicism, a philosophy that originated in ancient Greece, emphasizes virtue, reason, and living in accordance with nature. At its heart lies a powerful concept. We can't control external events, but we can control our reactions to them. This simple yet profound idea holds the key to unlocking greater peace and resilience, especially in the face of heartbreak. When a relationship ends, it's easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of emotions, sadness, anger, confusion, and a profound sense of loss. But Stoicism encourages us to shift our focus inward, to examine our thoughts and reactions to the situation. It reminds us that our power lies not in trying to change what is beyond our control, but in choosing how we respond to it. Stoicism doesn't advocate for emotional suppression or denying the very real pain of heartbreak. It's human nature to seek control, especially when faced with the unknown. When a relationship ends, the ground beneath us seems to crumble, and our instinctive reaction is often to grasp for anything that promises stability. We tell ourselves that if we can just make our ex see our worth, understand the depth of our love, or convince them to give us another chance, then the pain will subside. The truth is, we cannot control another person's feelings or decisions, no matter how hard we try. Trying to manipulate or coerce them into staying only prolongs the inevitable and deepens the wounds of heartbreak. The Stoic approach encourages us to relinquish this futile pursuit of control over others, and instead redirect our energy towards what we can actually influence, our own thoughts, emotions, and actions. It's about acknowledging the limits of our power, while embracing the vast potential that lies within our own sphere of control. By letting go of the need to control our ex-partner's choices, we free ourselves from the shackles of their will and begin the journey of reclaiming our own emotional autonomy. When we pin our happiness and well-being on the actions and affections of another person, we become emotionally dependent. Our sense of self-worth becomes intertwined with the success of the relationship, leaving us vulnerable to feelings of inadequacy and rejection when it ends. The Stoic philosophers recognized the pitfalls of such emotional dependence, understanding that true happiness and fulfillment must be cultivated from within. They taught that our happiness should not be held hostage by external circumstances or the whims of others. The Stoic approach encourages us to cultivate the strength and resilience of the tree. It reminds us that true happiness and fulfillment come from within, from aligning our thoughts, actions, and values with our own internal compass. By nurturing our own inner strength and self-reliance, we break free from the chains of emotional dependence and cultivate a deep and lasting sense of contentment. Letting go is often the most difficult yet liberating step in the healing process after a breakup. It's about acknowledging that the relationship has ended, accepting that we cannot change the past, and releasing our grip on the hopes and dreams we once shared with our ex-partner. This doesn't mean erasing the memories or denying the love that existed, but rather recognizing that clinging to what's gone only amplifies our pain and prevents us from moving forward. It's like holding onto a helium balloon that's already slipped from our grasp. We can strain and reach, desperate to pull it back down from the sky, but our efforts are futile. The balloon is gone, carried away by forces beyond our control. Imagine a woman named Anna. She's heartbroken, devastated by the recent end to a 2-year relationship. She replays every fight, every missed opportunity, every perceived slight, torturing herself with what-ifs and if-onlys. Anna's attempts to control the situation take the form of endless texts, pleading calls, and attempts to accidentally bump into her ex at their favorite coffee shop. She believes that if she can just make him see how much she loves him, he'll come back. But her efforts only push him further away, reinforcing his decision to end things. The Stoic approach encourages Anna, and all of us nursing broken hearts, to acknowledge the pain, to grieve the loss, but ultimately, to let go. Stoicism acknowledges the very real pain of loss, but encourages us to experience it without letting it consume us. Anna's path to healing, like ours, lies in shifting her focus from trying to control her ex-partner's feelings to understanding and managing her own. Consider Mark, reeling from a painful breakup. He's angry, resentful, and convinced that his ex-girlfriend made a huge mistake. He spends his days dissecting her every word, every action, trying to pinpoint the exact moment things went wrong. He's determined to prove her wrong, to show her what she's missing. Mark throws himself into his work, his fitness routine, his social life, all in a frenzy of activity designed to distract him from the gaping hole in his life. While these distractions might provide temporary relief, they don't address the root of his pain, the desperate need to control a situation that's already out of his hands. The Stoic philosophy offers Mark a different perspective. It reminds him that true freedom lies not in controlling the actions of others, but in mastering his own reactions. Instead of seeking validation from his ex, Stoicism encourages Mark to look inward, to rediscover his own worth and happiness independent of the relationship. The Stoic principle of focusing on what we can control is not about resignation or passive acceptance of whatever life throws our way. It's about recognizing the futility of trying to force outcomes, of clinging to what's already gone, of trying to mold another person into who we want them to be. When we surrender to what is, when we accept that we cannot control the hearts of others, we free ourselves from the weight of their decisions. This acceptance, however, is not a single event but rather a continuous practice, a conscious choice we make each day to release what we cannot change and focus on what we can. Imagine a woman standing on a beach, watching as the tide washes a message in a bottle ashore. She picks it up, intrigued, eager to uncover its secrets. But as she tries to pry open the bottle, her fingers fumble, and the fragile glass shatters, cutting her hand and leaving her with nothing but a handful of broken shards. The Stoic philosophers understood that life is full of challenges, heartbreaks, and disappointments. They didn't advocate for a life devoid of emotion, but rather for a life where we are equipped to navigate the inevitable storms with grace and resilience. Building emotional resilience is like strengthening a muscle. It requires consistent effort, practice, and a willingness to confront discomfort. One of the key tenets of Stoic resilience is the practice of reframing. When we reframe our perspective, we shift our focus from what we've lost to what we can learn and gain from the experience. Instead of dwelling on the pain of rejection, we can choose to see the breakup as an opportunity for growth, self-discovery, and a chance to clarify what we truly want in a partner. This isn't about denying the pain of heartbreak, but rather about choosing how we want to interpret and respond to it. We can choose to see the breakup as a catastrophic end or as a catalyst for personal transformation. When a relationship ends, it's natural to focus on the void left behind, the absence of the person who once occupied a significant part of our lives. We might dwell on the memories, the shared dreams, the future we envisioned together. This focus on loss can feel all-consuming, amplifying our pain and making it difficult to move forward. However, Stoicism invites us to reframe this narrative, to shift our perspective from one of loss to one of liberation. Instead of mourning what's gone, we can choose to celebrate the opportunity for growth and self-discovery that the breakup presents. The end of a relationship, however painful, can be a powerful catalyst for personal transformation. It can force us to reevaluate our priorities, to reconnect with our own values and aspirations, and to clarify what we truly want in a partner and in life. The period following a breakup can be an invaluable opportunity for self-discovery, a chance to delve into the depths of our own hearts and minds and emerge with a deeper understanding of who we are and what we truly desire. This journey of self-discovery is not always easy or comfortable. It requires us to confront our vulnerabilities, our insecurities, and the parts of ourselves we may have been trying to avoid. However, it is precisely in these moments of vulnerability that we have the potential for the most profound growth and transformation. Stoicism offers a framework for navigating this inner landscape with courage and compassion. It encourages us to embrace self-reflection, to examine our thoughts, beliefs, and values with honesty and curiosity. Journaling can be a powerful tool for self-discovery during this time. By putting our thoughts and feelings into words, we gain clarity, identify patterns, and begin to understand the underlying reasons behind our reactions. Through journaling, we can process our emotions, challenge negative thought patterns, and cultivate a more compassionate and accepting relationship with ourselves. Central to the Stoic philosophy is the understanding that everything in life is impermanent. Just as the seasons change, relationships ebb and flow, and nothing remains static forever. This understanding of impermanence, while initially daunting, can be incredibly liberating. It reminds us that clinging to the past, trying to hold on to what's already gone, only prolongs our suffering. When we embrace the impermanence of life, we open ourselves to the possibility of new beginnings, new connections, and new experiences. This doesn't mean that we should avoid forming deep and meaningful relationships for fear of future heartbreak. Rather, it means approaching relationships with a sense of presence, appreciation, and the understanding that change is inevitable. By accepting that nothing lasts forever, we can savor the present moment more fully, appreciate the beauty of the journey, and release the need to control the uncontrollable. We can love deeply, knowing that even if the relationship ends, the love we shared and the lessons we learned will continue to shape us. The Stoic approach to navigating breakups is not about suppressing our emotions or denying the very real pain of loss. The Stoic philosophers understood that living in accordance with nature wasn't just a lofty ideal, it required practical, daily effort. They developed a series of exercises and practices designed to cultivate resilience, self-awareness, and a deep acceptance of life's impermanence. These practices weren't meant to be burdens but rather tools for navigating the inevitable ups and downs of life, including the tumultuous terrain of heartbreak. One such practice is the Stoic morning routine. Before the day's distractions and anxieties take hold, take a few moments to center yourself. Visualize the day ahead, acknowledging that challenges may arise, but you possess the inner strength to meet them with grace. This mental preparation is like donning armor before a battle. It doesn't mean you won't face adversity, but you're better equipped to handle it. Throughout the day, practice mindfulness. When you feel overwhelmed by thoughts of your ex or the pain of the breakup, gently guide your attention back to the present moment. Focus on your breath, the sensations in your body, the sights and sounds around you. This simple act of grounding yourself in the present can prevent you from getting swept away by the currents of your emotions. Our minds are incredibly powerful, capable of both amplifying our suffering and facilitating our healing. The Stoics developed mental exercises to harness the mind's power for resilience and well-being. One such exercise is negative visualization. Visualize negative outcomes to appreciate what you have and prepare for loss. Imagine your ex meets someone new. Visualize this with acceptance, not jealousy. This builds emotional resilience. Another exercise is the dichotomy of control. Focus on what you can control, not what you can't. Shift your focus to your reactions and choices. Create a list of what you can and can't control. Focus on what you can control and accept the rest. Journaling is a powerful tool for self-discovery, emotional processing, and cultivating a deeper understanding of our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. It's a safe space to explore the raw, unfiltered emotions that often accompany heartbreak without judgment or censorship. Start by simply writing down whatever comes to mind, allowing your thoughts and feelings to flow freely onto the page. Don't worry about grammar, punctuation, or even making sense. The act of externalizing our thoughts can be incredibly therapeutic in itself, allowing us to release pent-up emotions and gain clarity. Breakups are universal, leaving us questioning our worth and choices. Stoicism offers a path to healing and resilience. It reminds us of our inner strength and the power of our choices. Heartbreak can be a catalyst for growth, transforming pain into resilience. It's about navigating the wreckage with grace and wisdom. Every ending holds the seed of a new beginning. The Stoic philosophers understood that life is inherently uncertain. Relationships end, dreams are shattered, and loss is an inevitable part of the human experience. Instead of trying to control the uncontrollable, they taught that true peace comes from accepting what is, letting go of our attachments, and focusing on what we can influence, our own thoughts, emotions, and actions. This shift in perspective, from external control to internal mastery, is the key to unlocking greater peace, resilience, and fulfillment in all areas of our lives.